Yo, welcome back, guys. Guess what? Second in the Protoss late game insane ultimate composition tutorial by me. Obviously, aviloSoAmaze's the guy mech. Guys, this is the second cast that we're doing here, the second replay commentary cast, whatever you want to call it, guide. I want to go over something because no one is doing this. It's not a build. It doesn't exist. No one does it. The last game I showed you was a PvZ game, if you guys saw that replay commentary. This, very similar concept. You guys know that I've been playing Protoss, doing Void Ray Collosus against Zerg. But guess what? It turns out there's actually something very similar you can do against Terran. Very, very similar. And it's actually like, no one is doing it right now. I don't know why. Why? No one is innovative enough. So you're about. I'm gonna put the production tab up. But guys, like, Protoss is all about late game. It's always been about the late game. I don't know why Protoss players have been trying to make their race about the early game. Protoss was never strong early game. It was never strong mid game. It was, I mean, I guess decently strong mid game, but Protoss has always been the late game ultimate race, which is ironic because I don't actually, my main race is Terran, although mech equally is also a late game scaling composition, but Protoss has warp gate, mech does not. That is actually why Protoss is so insane and has always been so insane in the late game, because Protoss is basically defend, like a mech Terran, defend, and then get to late game, super composition, super army, and then you win with massive area effect damage. Terran has that in a similar way with mech. In a similar way, you accumulate siege tanks, EMP, ghosts, and Vikings or whatever into BCs and mass Banshee Viking. It's similar, but it's a little bit different. But Protoss has always been, you know, mech and Protoss have, honestly, we're like distant cousins. Like, you know, like high Protoss players, you guys actually are kind of related to me as a Mechian Terran, I will admit. So, as you can see here, I open with Collosus. I do love my Collosus openers. I open with Warp Prism with speed, I believe. We'll see. I actually don't remember if I've got speed. Usually, if I do this, I will get Warp Prism speed to use the a Collosus and a Warp Prism, kind of like a Reaver. Oh, I actually went range. Unless I cancel Collosus range and get speed. Which I might, like I said, I don't even remember. Oh no, I just got range. So, I just wanted to do some light Warp Prism harass. I probably, here, I would save a recall. Definitely save a recall, since I didn't get Warp Prism speed, to make sure in case I need to get the Colossus and the Warp Prism back to my base. But guys, Stargate going down. So we go Robo into Stargate. Warp Gate unnecessary. Now, we're going to use the Warp Prism, obviously, as good as we can. I can actually put the, I'm going to put vision on both players here. But basically, I'm going to use the Warp Prism as I'm going to try and get as much as I can out. He has 3 bunkers. So he's he wants to take no damage from the Colossus. Now, in the Warp Prism, obviously, he's taken damage, but because he's had to defend, so that's damaging him indirectly. Now, we're going to go Phoenix Colossus, and that's nothing new. That's nothing new, guys. Obviously, and you can see I actually am getting Warp Prism speed now. Fly this in, can't do anything, have to fly away. You definitely don't want to recall right there or you will lose it. I just have to hope that I can get away there. That's why Warp Prism speed is so important if you do this, if you go like this. I probably should have got speed before range here, but that's... Colossus range is better if you're going to, if you don't want to dedicate harass. Warp Prism speed is good if you want to actually, like, dive into their main and try and pick off workers. It's a little bit riskier, though. Colossus range is better if the opponent is going to, like, attack you with straight up rush. Now, you can see I'm on 3 base pretty quickly here. Now, guys, I stopped making Phoenixes. I made Phoenixes to, like, harass, like, scare him, pick off units. But you notice I stopped making Phoenixes. I have a fleet beacon. For carriers, you say? No. We're going... Avilo New Age Protoss style Colossus. Not Colossus Void Ray, because this is not PvZ. Colossus Phoenix? No. People do that. It is a thing. It's good. It's actually still, that's still good. But no. We're taking it to the next level. We're jumping up a tech spot. We're jumping up one tech spot over Phoenix range. And why get Phoenix range and Mass Phoenix when you can get something that just has more range than a Phoenix in the first place, fellas? That's the theory here. That is the theory. So we're playing Colossus base, and obviously, once you get up to like 4 to 6 Colossus, you kill everything on the ground. And I will say, this to make matters worse for my opponent, this was played on the 10 range Colossus patch, which obviously it was massively broken on that patch, but you can still do. I will probably show a game where I do it on this patch. But guys, we just jumped up in, like, skip, no Mass Phoenix, no Void Ray. Why no Void Ray? Because Vikings are too good against Void Rays, right? So rather than going Void Ray, we go up into Tempest right away. So if you start the Tempest early, the Terran player won't have like 12 to 16 Vikings. He might not have any Vikings. If it's a traditional Bio-Terran, this guy has 4 Vikings. He doesn't have any actual Vikings. So the whole goal is get more area attempt. Obviously, I had to lose the Nexus. I harassed a little here with the Colossus. Now, obviously, this is why Warp Prism speed is good. I can escape there. I lose a Nexus. That's 400 minerals. That's fine. Look at the production, guys. Triple Tempest. I am really trying to overwhelm the Viking count. So I'm actually fighting my opponent in the air, and once I have air superiority, obviously the Mass Colossus will beat anything on the ground. I can add in Immortals as well. So this is kind of like, I would say this is almost like Tank Viking. This is very. We have a long-range ground unit, the Colossus. We have a long-range air unit, the Tempest. And then you use those in combination with one another, and then you add in things into the comp later on. Like, you can see I'm getting Blink. I have Phoenix range, so I can spam Phoenixes. I can add those in. I think Phoenixes are actually better to add in than Blink Stalkers. But you'll notice, he's running. He tried to push here, and he has to run. I just want to rewind, because he tried to actually attack me, guys. He can't attack. I just want to rewind here real quick. Look at this. This attack, look at the supply count. He's at 187, he's maxed. He's maxed. And yet his army can't fight. He's compositionally dead. Why are players not doing this? Why are Protoss out there not abusing this? Colossus plus Tempest. It requires a different mindset to play the game. His army can't fight this. What is he going to fight this with? I'm not going to walk the Colossus into that. I'm just going to kite it back. I'm going to kite his units with the Tempest, and then once he unsieges, then we attack with the Colossus. And he realizes it. It's too late, though. Starting Vikings now, it's way too late. So he can only run. This is basically checkmate. Like, the Tempest alone right now are causing him so much trouble. Now, obviously, he can't run underneath, and I'm going to pick off a Viking every time. Now, I keep the Colossus back, and then we're going to pick off, again, because we started the Tempest so early, we're building them 3 at a time, we've actually contested his Viking count. And somebody might be saying, but Avilo, won't they mass Marines? You can't! Look how many Colossus I have! He can't mass Marines here. So I'm just gonna back up, kite, just like that game, just like that previous game I showed you guys. I'm gonna kite back and pick off his Vikings, just like I was the Broodlord. And now, we've broken him. We're gonna keep picking off units. We're gonna we need to take out the Siege Tanks and the Ghosts, obviously. The Vikings are all gone. Now he can't even fight, look at this. I have 1, 2, 3, 7 Colossus on the units. I have 7 Colossus. It looks weird, but it works. It's actually really, it's unorthodox, it's new. This is brand new tech for you Protosses. insane, insanity. I had so much fun when I found out that I could actually pull this off. Like at Terran players, against Terran players, like when I had so much fun when I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm essentially playing tank Viking against Terran, but instead of Vikings kill Tempest, instead of siege tanks, my siege tanks can walk, and my Vikings can hit up and down from a bajillion miles away. You'll notice also in the upgrades tab, level 2 and level 3 weapons for ground and air. I don't even care about armor upgrades, because his units are not going to get in range to hit me. I want my units to be lethal. I want these Protoss units to be lethal and take stuff out quicker so that the army engagement snowballs. So that's why I mean, obviously, yes, when you can afford it, get the armor upgrade, but focus on the attack upgrades. That is the focus. Look at look at this! Look at that! His army's gone! It's gone! We have to rewind that. My army is literally Tempest and Collosus! Look at this army! Look, guys! That is insane! Why don't I'm telling you. Guys. The ultimate in Protoss tech, and I am bringing it as a Terran player. I am telling you guys. As a Terran player, I understand the map pool sucks. I understand it. We all understand it. These maps are not good for Protoss. Protoss is not weak. I'm gonna say it video after video as I do this guide series. I think that players in 2023, you guys, me, myself, all you guys, Protoss players, Terrans, whatever, maybe StarCraft in general, we have to think a little bit outside the box. If I can make this work at Grandmaster's level, and yes, this guy is a Grandmaster's player that I'm playing against, if I can make it work at this level of play, players that main race Protoss, you guys out there, you could do this too if you play Protoss, honestly. Honestly, I would love it. I'm gonna actually say this. I would love it if there's a Protoss player out there that would do this against Terran. And it does require a little bit of micro, because you do have, like, there are things you have to do, like, for example, micro warp prism, keep it alive. But I would love it if a Protoss out there, and off the top of my head, I know Root Heaven is in my Discord and he watches my stream sometimes. If he watches this video, if you're out there, buddy, dude, try this out and send me the replay, and I'll do a replay cast of it. I'll do it as its own video upload. I think that would actually be so interesting, seeing an actual like somebody that actually plays Protoss as their main race, like a main race Protoss, take this fresh Protoss brew and let me see what your own take on this. If there's other Protoss GMs out there as well, you know, feel free to contact me. Try this strategy out, and I'll cast a replay. If you you don't have to do the same opening build. Just, you know, the core idea of opening with, like, Colossus into Colossus Tempest as your core composition. I don't care how you get there, but, you know, you can even open with Blink into this. But, like, I want to see. I'm actually curious if there's actually anyone out there that plays main race of Protoss that has tried this. If not, you know, that's okay. But guys, this is literally, and obviously you can see I'm doing the same thing I do against Zerg, where I add on the mass gateways later on to then have. So if this army does get taken out and I have a warp prism on my army, then we mass warp in Blink Stalkers with as like our end game, like, finishing move kind of thing. That seems to be like a very, I mean, that's always been a very Protoss thing is like you do that, like you trade armies and then you have a warp prism or a pylon nearby and then you end up doing like a mass 16 gateway warp in to snowball to literally like as the finishing move. And obviously that is not always going to work, and that also can be risky if you commit to gateway units instead of high-tech units. That can be a risk sometimes, but a lot of times you can actually snowball the game. But yeah, guys. So the first if you haven't seen the PvZ game, if you didn't see my Colossus supercharged ultimate late game PvZ Colossus Void Ray High Templar into late game Tempest style, check that out. That'll be the video that you can click that's recommended from this one. And obviously, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this new Protoss tech, because this is a new strategy. Even I wasn't doing this when I hit Grandmasters with Protoss. Even I was not doing it like this. I didn't do it like this. I only did this on stream because I had the idea. Because I remember I held off somebody doing an all-in with Tempest in one of those games that I played, and then I had the idea. Well, why not? Since I like Colossus play so much, why not just go into the Tempest a little bit fast? Why not skip? Why not just go straight into the Tempest? If I'm going to be kind of heavily turtling on 3 base into the super army, why not? What I found out is a lot of the games I'd have like 4 or 5 phoenixes flying around doing nothing. Yeah, they can chase off the drops. I did make phoenixes this game to like kind of potentially mitigate potential drops and stuff, which is still good. It's still good, but it then just, that's how I got this idea. I'm like, well, why not just skip? The phoenixes lose value against once they spam Vikings, and then you have to get Phoenix range. Why not just skip that and go straight into the Tempest and then play it backwards, kind of just like, I don't know why I play like this, guys, but I do. I mean, I think this is theoretically sound. There are some problems you can run into, but this is also a good switch up. I think that if you're capable of playing any other Protoss style, this type of like double Robo, double Stargate into this type of composition, it's not really, besides microing the Colossus back and stutter stepping the Colossus and target fire, like, yes, you do have to hockey the Tempest and target fire the Tempest onto like Vikings and then kite back a little bit. You surprisingly you do actually have to micro a bit, because if you don't, then you'll get overwhelmed and run over. Like, your army will get run over. That's the one downside of this. You cannot let your army, like, do not go on the map too soon or you will get over. I've lost games doing this exact thing where I moved onto the army too quickly and they obviously overwhelm me at the rally point and then you die. This composition is not a mass gate composition where you just rebuild the army instantly. You have to, like, you're building up, and then you have a super army. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. This is the second Protoss guide here, guys. avilo's Ultimate Late Game Protoss Guide, plus commentary and analysis. And anybody else out there, I guess, try this out. Let me know. I guess let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these videos. I'm gonna have more, guys. I'm gonna be doing more YouTube. You're about to be YouTube spammed, guys. You're about to get some insane. Each day there will be a new video release. I don't know. Like, ironically, I'm not gonna be streaming for like a week or two, as I said in the last video. Ironically, but the upside is, I have so much pre-recorded content and YouTube videos that I hope people will enjoy, and whether it's guides, commentary, I hope that by the time that these videos hit my YouTube channel as I have them uploaded, that then when I'm fully back to streaming, I hope that you guys will I hope I actually will get into a good habit of keeping this up as well, because I want to be doing YouTube uploads for you guys massively to grow my channel as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. Guys, try out the Protoss tech. Try out Colossus Tempest. Do it, please. It is good. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, dudes. I will see you later. See you later.